and look forward to hearing your amazing training tonight. Welcome, Sonia.
It's all a little formal. Thanks, Deb, so much for having me on, and hi to everyone. Thank you for your beautiful welcoming messages. This is a training that I typically only get to do once or twice a year with the team, and we thought it would be a great idea to just have it permanently, because it's just classic, timeless information that's relevant to our business no matter what time we start. Like, nothing really needs to be changed about it ever, I reckon. These are just timeless sales strategies. So my retail prosperity training really is a culmination of more than 20 years worth of training delivery to the cosmetic industry. For most of you know that I was in the cosmetic industry as a trainer and in business development. So helped a very successful cosmetic company. We are in way more a successful business right now, but a very successful company create sales strategies and build their businesses. And these were some of the things that I came up with during that time, and I've been sharing it with my Arbonne team ever since I joined Arbonne, and I know that it makes a really big difference to a lot of people. It's all about positive sales influence and inspiring people to buy more of what they need and want. And I want to ask you, who really wants to take control of their retail productivity in their business right now? I know that there's a lot of people that express to me that they have a fear of selling because they have no experience selling. And I'm here to tell you that selling is not a dirty word. I don't want you to fear it. It is something that we actually do, if you think about it, every single day in our lives in some capacity, whether we're selling product or we're selling a service or we're selling an idea or we're influencing someone so that we get what we want and they get what they want. You know, if you think about it, you kind of do it every single day, just in the household with your kids. You're selling to them on eating their veggies. You're selling to them on brushing their teeth in the morning and making sure that they're out the door on time. You might be selling to your husband the idea of renovating the house and how it will benefit the family. So there's lots of different ways that we actually do that, but you just don't necessarily see it that way on a daily basis. You know, the whole experience involves two people generally in the transaction of sales, and both win. Like, that is actually how it's meant to be, is that it's not just that you're gaining from the transaction, but the customer, most importantly, like, they're number one in this experience, is that they're getting from the experience what they need and what they want, or when I say experience or product in this case. So I just want to encourage you to reframe that in your mind if that's where your fear lies. And I'm going to get you really excited tonight about some really simple strategies that are going to help you move past that and get really excited about sharing product with people. So who wants to feel confident enough to be able to inspire people to buy more of what they want and need? Does anyone want to put up their hand for that? Who wants to achieve more? Yes, there's lots of people going, yes, 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 that would be me. Have you ever had anyone say to you, I'll just take the foundation today? Has anyone ever had that? And then followed by that awkward moment where you just don't know where to go from there, and you just accept that one single product sale and you feel lousy about not taking it any further or not inspiring them towards purchasing other products. So let's get started. There are 3 ways to grow your sales. So my beautiful assistant here is going to flick over the slides for me, and I'm ready for you, Deb. First slide. Thank you. 3 ways to grow your sales. So the 3 ways are listed here. The first one is to increase your number of clients. So what I neglected to tell you tonight is this is going to be a very interactive training. And so what you can actually do is when Deb posts this training up on the pinned post on Inspiration Nation, not only are you able to use this training for yourself, but you're able to sit with a group. Let's say you've got a couple of consultants, or you might be an area manager, and you're able to do this together because there are some interactive exercises in there. So it's kind of a do-it-yourself training. So number one is increase the number of clients. And here I want for you to really think about 3 ways that you can do this. So if you can type in the bottom, I told you this was going to be interactive, so start typing 3 ways that you can increase the number of clients in your business. I'll give you a second to type that in. Ask for a referral, get on the phone, workshops, market stalls, offer to pay for PC membership. That's an interesting one. One-on-one workshops, expos, new networks, call people, offer incentives, talk to people, date people. Ah, wow, you're going so fast for me. Introduce yourself to people, gold bags, win a pepper night. Oh my God, cold calls. Wow, woo, woo, woo. You guys are awesome. Okay, so there's lots of ways that you can increase the number of clients. If you remember, I've said this so many times before that I really encourage everyone to strive to have a minimum of 100 preferred clients, personal preferred clients, direct to them in your first 12 months of business. So work towards achieving that over the next 12 months. Number 2 here is increase the frequency with which they visit your business. So this is another way to grow your sales. So who wants to have a customer that just buys once and never again? I certainly don't want that customer. I want my customers to be buying with high frequency. And when I say high frequency, you would want your customers to be ordering at least 3 times a year, so once a quarter. And what is it that you can do that's going to inspire them to visit your business at least 3 times a year? Who's got some ideas there? 3 ways to do that. Keep in touch, PC maintenance, Facebook and specials newsletter, open house, follow them up. Great communication, yes, relationships are key. Specials, emails, pamper events, follow-ups, birthday cards, love it, beautiful. So there's a multitude of ways that you can stay in touch that's going to maintain a relationship with your preferred client, that's going to encourage them to purchase. So the third one here is increase the amount that they spend in each transaction. So this is where we're going to focus our attention on for the rest of this training. Practicing retail prosperity skills that you're about to learn. So Deb, can you just flip over for me? So increasing productivity. Here are some of the key ways to be doing this, and you've already touched on some of these, so I'm just going to quickly read through them. You want to encourage every client to become a preferred client or a consultant. I actually don't want retail customers, because to me a retail customer is not necessarily saying to me, I love Arbonne, I want to use this long term, I'm really committed to this. But as soon as I transition them over to become an online customer that is able to buy independently, conveniently, and at a discount, the likelihood of them returning to buy is much higher than someone that is buying at retail. And I don't know about you guys, but people that have bought retail from me in the past are the people that will call me to make a reorder rather than order independently. And that's fine, I'm not going to knock back the sale, but you know, one of the points of this business is time leverage. And, you know, if we were a party plan company, we would be calling customers every single day to be making sales, and they would be calling us. But this is not how this business operates. This is a business of the 21st century that uses technology to leverage off. So the next one is to teach them how to order online. So when they are confident enough to navigate the system, they are more likely to be reordering. Building the relationship and staying in touch. Well, you guys have given some great ideas on how you might do that. That might be regular monthly newsletters, the e-zine that goes out. That's a really fabulous idea. Calling, you know, making a bit of a strategy in your diary that you may call them every 6 to 8 to 10 weeks, for example, just to stay in touch. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're calling to make a sale, and that's really important for them to know that you are important to them as a human being first over them just making you money. Leading and giving direction. This is an important one. So this is relevant to you in workshops, in one-on-ones, over the phone, in all of your interactions with clients, because they don't know what's available. They're not going to know that they can buy at a discount unless you share with them that they can buy at a discount. They're not going to know that we have an online shop available unless you tell them. You know, often you step into a workshop and people have some preconceived ideas about what this business is, and they think that it's the typical party plan style where the host has to collect the money and then the products don't arrive for 2 to 3 weeks thereafter. And so it's up to us to let them know that this is a very different business that operates differently, and that we are really up to date and cutting edge with technology and systems and that kind of thing. Always start with ASVP packs. Whenever you're selling to a customer, it is the simplest, easiest way to start the selling process. And when people learn the value in that pack, that is absolutely where they're going to start. Refer to the sales booster document, which Katrina and I have created, that sits at the back of the workshop script. So there's lots more sales booster ideas in there that's going to help you increase productivity. Deb, can you flip over? So we're starting the journey now. I'm going to give you some strong sales strategies. And these are, you know, the next 2 to 3 slides are going to be pretty snappy, straight to the point, hopefully very clear for you. The first one is show to sell. So you've got to show product to customers in order to be able to sell them. And in my experience, if you only show one product, you're only going to sell one product. The likelihood of someone saying, hey, give me more is, you know, pretty slim, really. So you've kind of got to start at the top. So here's how it actually progresses. This is, in my experience, how it works. If you show one product, you're only going to be able to sell one product. If you show 2 products, you're going to sell 2 products. But as soon as we get past the showing 2, something psychologically tends to happen. And often customers can go into a state of overwhelm if you show them too much, and then they revert back to the lesser purchasing position. So when we get to show them 3, this is where the mind starts to want to eliminate products, because they can start to feel now the sales process happening. With 1 or 2, they don't necessarily feel it. There's no pressure at that point. But at 3, now they're starting to feel a little bit of a stretch. Can everyone just type in that they understand what I'm saying? Like, you've got to step into being a consumer yourself. Your consumer behavior is what's going to give you the insight into what you should and shouldn't do when selling. Fabulous. So does everyone agree with me that if you were to be shown 3, you start to think, I'm not sure that I need 3, so I might just eliminate 1. So again, you come back to the fallback position of 2. So do you see there in the middle, whether you show 2 or you show 3, you're still only going to sell 2. But when we show 4, the process of elimination is still generally just 1. Your opportunity to sell 3 increases. So the reason I'm showing you this is because I actually want you to move yourself. Might be a little uncomfortable for you, but move yourself to showing 4 so that you sell 3, rather than showing 3 so that you sell 2. I like that reaction, Emily. I know, it's all very fascinating. It's all psychology. So Deb, if you can move on. Okay, so this is where everyone laughs at me. If you think it's been funny thus far, now you're really going to think it's funny. So this is something that I came up with like probably 20 years ago, and everyone that I have ever taught remembers this for their entire life, and that's what I love about it. So I call this my BAR method of selling. So in traditional terms, it's companion selling or upselling or link selling or whatever it is that you want to call it. But I call it BAR because when you are new to sales and you're sitting in front of a customer and you are, obviously wanting to inspire them to buy more than what they're showing, you can sometimes go into a little bit of a frenzy in your mind and not know what direction to take. So all you've got to remember in your mind is Sonia's BAR method, which stands for before and after. So what you're looking for is to identify the perfect product partners. And what you'll be doing is following the usage path of products. So the first example I've given you there is pretty simple. If someone said to you, yep, I'm going to take that cleanser, you're going to move forward and say, well, look, the toner and the moisturizer are going to complete this package and you're going to get great results. So that's the before and after. Another example is the primer. Or let's just start with, Mary has agreed that she wants the foundation. So now you're going to think what goes before and what goes after this foundation and create a set of 3. The primer goes before and let's say mineral powder or a version of a powder goes after. So we're at least starting with 3. So if you remember the slide before, I actually want you to go to 4. So this is just a really simple method of securing the 3. Your stretch is going to be that 4th product, but I just want you to start somewhere. So start with remembering the BAR method, and as you build confidence, you're going to be able to take it to the 4th product. Now, here's the interactive part. Does everyone have paper and pen with them? Sorry, Deb, I keep getting you to
No, I just disable chat because it's a bit distracting.
Yep, sorry, darling.
No, it's all fine.
Okay, so I want you to fill in the gaps now, and I know that some of you are sitting there in a room with a few of your team members, which is fabulous, clever people. So together, come up with the next perfect partner selection. So let's say Mary has said, yep, I'd love to have that self-tanner. What are the 2 suggested products you might add? Beautiful, Tanya. Perfect. A body exfoliator and a moisturizer, which is going to be obviously body exfoliator first, moisturizer after. I've obviously put it there, the self-tanner in last there, but it might be, it could be sunscreen. It might be scrub and maybe a serum. It could be a body serum, for example. It could be the Genius serum in preparation. The next one there is mascara. So I popped that one in the middle. So if someone was to say, yep, I'm going to take the mascara, what are the 2 products before and after that you would recommend? Eyeliner, eyeshadow, eye makeup remover, bronzer and lippy. Yeah, you could, and that's not wrong. If you could do that, you're a master salesperson. But right now, I want you to think about the related products surrounding that. So you think about eyes. So it could be eye cream, it could be eye makeup remover, it could be eyeshadow, it could be eyeliner, it could be eyebrow, anything to do with the eye area. So the next one there is protein. So when I say protein, I mean the meal replacement. I'm still in the old language. The meal replacement. What else could you sell together with the meal replacement? Fibre and greens. Bars and tea. Fish sticks. Beautiful. Full control. Excellent. Okay, so what about shampoo? What else could you sell with shampoo? Conditioner and serum. Mousse. You could add the hairspray in there as well. Beautiful. Okay, so there's quite a selection. So I've just written in there, keep playing. So this is a game that you can play with yourself, with your team, create something fun around it. So Deb, you can keep moving to the next slide. So just remember the sheep. You're just going to remember the sheep's going to pop into your head whenever you are in that moment where you don't know in what direction to go. So number 2 in your strong sales strategies, features tell and benefits sell. So if all you're doing is telling people about specific ingredients in product, that's not really going to inspire them to make the purchase. What people want to know is, how will this benefit me? How will my life change? How will my body change, my face change, my skin change, my hair change, my health change? How is this going to benefit me? So I talk about having conversational and educational selling methods rather than just a straightforward sales technique. So here are 2 phrases that I want you to memorize. These are 2 fabulously powerful phrases that are going to lead you towards a sale. They're friendly and they're conversational. So watch how this goes. Here's an example. Did you know, Mary, that this foundation stays on longer with the primer, and the mineral powder gives a beautiful polished finish? So what I've underlined there is the 3 products that I'm going to be link selling. She may have said, yep, I want the foundation and I want to link sell the primer and the mineral powder. By creating a sentence, one single sentence with the benefits in there, that's what's going to sell the 3 products as a package. So did you know this foundation stays on longer? So that's a benefit of them using the primer. I'm not necessarily telling this primer has this or that, or grapeseed extract, or polypeptides, or whatever. And the mineral powder gives a beautiful polished finish. So a benefit of the mineral powder is that it gives a polished finish. That's going to entice her to look at the other 2 products. The other phrase is, let me show you. So say someone, let me show you how to make the foundation stay on longer. Don't you think they're going to want to know how it's going to stay on longer? They're going to say, no, I don't want my foundation to stay on longer. It is something that they are going to want. But like I said earlier, you need to give the lead and the direction, because they don't know what is available within the Arbonne range unless you lead them to it. And they don't know what other products can help enhance the performance of the products they're currently using or the ones that they're just about to buy. So the next suggestion is, let me show you how to have a beautiful polished finish. And that's obviously going to be with this powder. Let me show you how this mineral powder is going to provide a beautiful polished finish. So does everyone agree those 2 key phrases, really simple for you to remember?
It sounds better than saying, you should get this, which I think a lot of people do.
And you know what? I'm going to say, you should never say should to a customer. Never say should, because no one likes to be told what to do. And if you're falling into the trap of using language like that, you are the typical salesperson that you actually don't want to be. So you want to be as friendly and approachable as possible with your language and your body language, and be the person that stands out from other people that sell similar products. So practicing the language. So here's a whole heap of suggestions of I was going to say an exercise that you can do. So the two top ones I have there are examples. So this moisturizer contains a sunscreen, so it will protect your skin from the damaging sun. So now the customer understands the importance of why we need a sunscreen moisturizer. But if I was simply to end the sentence as this contains a sunscreen, they're going to say, so what? But by you finishing it off with the benefit, it will protect your skin from the damaging sun. That's going to let her know that this is something that she clearly needs and wants, that a moment ago she may not have been aware that she needs and wants. So the next suggestion is, this powder is made from minerals, so it doesn't clog your pores or dry your skin. But if I was to end the sentence and say this powder is made from minerals, again, she's going to say, so what? Big whoopee. But now she fully understands what the benefits are of that. So if you add the word so in the middle, as I have in all of these suggested start sentences, I want you to finish. We might just go through the first two, and you can put in your suggestions, and then you have access to this slide so you can go through and do this as an exercise. So the first one, this mascara is ophthalmologist tested, so What could be an ending to that sentence? If anyone's got a suggestion. It won't irritate your eyes. Beautiful. So if someone said that to you, go, great, it's not going to irritate my eyes. Okay, so the next one is the RE9 range contains alpha hydroxy acids. So, wonder if anyone knows this one. It will refine your skin. It breaks down the glue that holds onto dead skin. Yep. Beautiful. So lots of variations of that. It's going to polish the skin. It gets rid of dead skin cells passively. Lots of different things that you can say about that. Let me do one more. So this cleanser is water soluble. So beautiful, Nadia. So this cleanser is water soluble. So what might be a benefit? It won't clog the pores, rinses easily. Beautiful. Takes your makeup off quickly, doesn't leave a greasy residue. Beautiful. All of the above reasons. So now you're talking about customer benefits, what they're going to experience. Is everyone loving this? So I'm going to get you to continue, not right now because we're going to keep moving, but you can continue with some of the suggestions there and you can create your own as well. So thanks, Deb. So next slide is my 30-second sell. This is where you get to put it all together, all the things that you've just learnt into one little paragraph that's going to sell a product. So here's an example. The product is the RE9 cleanser. One of the many features I've just chosen, that it is water soluble. The benefit is that it's easy to use and dissolves makeup effectively. The usage is you would use a pea-size amount with water and massage into the skin both morning and night, rinse it off well. And the links are, did you know that when you follow with the RE9 toner, it will help the RE9 day cream penetrate? These products work effectively together to keep your skin healthy and radiant. Shall I add these to your order? So let me put this together. You know, I've just read it to you verbatim, but let me just put it together for you. So I'm talking to you, Deb. So I say, Deb, this RE9 cleanser, you're going to love it because it's water soluble. So it's so easy to use and it dissolves makeup really effectively. All you need to do is use a pea-size amount with some water and massage it into the skin both morning and night and make sure that you rinse it off really well. Did you know that when you follow the RE9 toner, if you follow with the RE9 toner, and at this point I'm obviously holding it up and handing it to her, it will help the RE9 day cream penetrate more effectively. These products will work together fabulously to keep your skin healthy and radiant. So shall I add these to your order? So you can see that that was conversational and I gave her enough information but not too much. It is wow. And you know what, Alicia? Like, I want all of you to believe that you can do this. This is actually really, really simple. So the next suggestion, I've given you another exercise here to do. So if you can do this right now. The product is the primer. The feature we're going to talk about is the grapeseed extract. So if you can fill in the gaps, the benefit, the usage, and the links. So I know there's going to be a lot of writing, but let's just do it. Let's just do this one. Put it all together. I'll wait for a second. Nourishing, fills in pores and fine lines, helps foundation glide on and stay on all day. Beautiful. Keeps foundation on longer. Helps keep your foundation on, reduces the appearance of pores. Benefit, creates canvas for your face. Okay, pea-size usage. And what are the links? Yes, you'll use less foundation or stay on longer. And what are the links? What would you link with a primer? Foundation and mineral powder, foundation, translucent powder. Beautiful, easy. Bronzer, CC cream. Excellent, awesome. All right, so move on to the next slide for me, Deb, thanks. And so on this one, I've just given you a couple of other, we won't necessarily go through them, Actually, you know what? I'm going to go through the first one because this is a good one. I love this product and we're all selling it like hotcakes right now. So let's do this first one on this page, the Tinted Self Tanner. So a feature is that it's a quick drying formula. So what would be the benefit? How would you use it? Like just do this in point form for me. And what would be the product links? Able to get dressed straight away. Beautiful. Streak free. Doesn't get on your clothes or sheets. Gives you a great tan without damaging the skin. No mess. Okay, what are some of the links? Sea salt scrub. Moisturizer, as in body moisturizer. Beautiful. So you can practice putting all of that together in a dialogue. The next suggestion is a meal replacement shake. I'm going to let you do that. So thanks, Deb. Next slide. So we're right at the end. I can't believe we did that so quickly. So I want to encourage you to really work towards building a healthy retail business for yourself because did you know, that we wouldn't have a business without sales being made, without consumers purchasing our products? So we actually need to learn how to share our products effectively and really maximize the sales opportunity so that we have successful businesses. So to build your confidence and to increase your productivity, and always remember to have fun in this process and focus on what you're doing here is helping others discover their wants and their needs. It's actually as simple as that, and there's no need to get overcomplicated or overanalyze what the process is. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell, Deb.
Woohoo! That was awesome, Sonia. Thank you so much. I know everybody loved that, and we love hearing from you, the master of retail prosperity.
Oh, thanks, Deb. So I thanks so much for having me on, and yeah, I hope that everyone is able to use this training and these slides within their teams. It's actually really, really simple, and I just encourage everyone to have fun doing it.
Thanks, Sonia. It's just fabulous. The slide was so clear for everyone to see. They'll be able to practice it and just feel confident. I just really want you to know how much I appreciate your support and offering to